Hello, welcome to today's video. I hope you're well. If you are new to cryptocurrency and you want to learn more, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell button as well, and press all notifications. I want 2,000 subscribers by the end of June. I am very, very close to it. Let's get there. Now, one thing I want to mention. I'm talking about Electroneum because I believe Electroneum has a fundamental flaw. You've probably already noticed that if you've been holding for a long, long time, it goes down in price due to the supply going up. I want to explain it in more detail, but I want to explain what this means with Facebook Libra, what other kind of elements that I want to address, and where the company are as a whole. Are they ahead of schedule? Are they behind schedule? Or are they one big con and a marketing gimmick? So let's get started. Right, so I apologise already, okay? I'm going to get a lot of dislikes, I'm going to get a lot of hate thrown at me, but I don't care. Fundamentally, I'm going to talk a lot about why I think this coin is perfectly flawed. Perfectly flawed, yes, true. It is completely rubbish. It is the prime definition of a terrible coin which has a genuine good idea but has the worst possible fundamentals ever seen around. Now, in this industry, we're going to see a few things over the next 5 to 10 years. Coins will just come and go, they will vanish. The big ones are the ones that you need to take note of, the ones with a good financial economic model where you can actually invest in the coin and it actually is going to run for you in terms of how it works. Electroneum doesn't have any of that. It doesn't have much of an eco kind of model where it will carry on going if times get very, very bad. You're going to start seeing that the lower the price goes is due to the high supply, means the fees are going to go up, means it's going to be not really that much use when you consider the overall goal of this. And I'm going to go over the original white paper. I'm going to go over everything that they said they were going to do. And within 2 years, they've not even scratched any of that. And it's kind of, where's our 40 million gone? Where's it gone? All that good stuff. Now, I want to talk about this comment here by George. He mentioned this on my video last night, and I want to talk about it because it kind of brought it all back to me, and I thought, let's address it. Let's address some things that I'm not fully addressed yet. And it also mentions Libra, so we're going to read it, we're going to go through it. So, totally agree with everything you've said about Electroneum. Trouble is, the fanboys don't want to hear it, and most people that invested in it thought that it was getting a cheaper version of the next Bitcoin without understanding anything about the crypto market, and of course got their fingers burnt. Quite frankly, Richard Ellis hasn't got a clue, just a pie in the sky idea without proper fundamentals, as you've already pointed out. And now Facebook have got Libra coin, and they are also targeting the unbanked and the third world countries, and of course the whole world for that matter. ETN is the worst investment anyone can make. Some people call it a charity coin, myself included, not to mention a shit coin, a scam coin, or, well, whatever you want to class a scam coin as. I believe it is now listed as a scam coin as some registry. Walk away from this one, folk, and put your money into something more solid. Do your homework. Don't believe all the hype and twisted information coming out from the Electroneum team, especially when they have invested in Bitcoin and a few other top 10 coins. Just goes to show you how much faith Richard Ellis has in his own coin, and Electroneum obviously not a lot. Now, it is quite a interesting statement. Obviously mentions Libra, obviously mentions the fundamentals, and also the fact that Richard Ellis is banking on Bitcoin as well. He openly said in a few articles at the start of this that he was very, very bullish on the network, but he also quite pointed out that he is not an Ethereum or he is not a Bitcoin kind of person. I don't understand why he would say that in an article, why he would not root his own cryptocurrency. So I want to mention a few other things. Before you get your knickers in a twist and go, oh, you've been holding for a long time, here is a screenshot of me and my order back in January 2018. I sold a lot of them and made a hell of a lot of profit from the ICO. But I want to talk about that in more detail now. I want to get onto the Libra argument first, and then I'm going to talk about the original white paper, why I sold, because they removed the white paper off the website, they changed it, and now it's no longer to be seen, but you can get it. It's quite a hard task to get the original white paper. I'm just going to put it out there. So let's get into it. About Electroneum, I think, ooh, pink and fluffy, new investors, and yes, it's true. A lot of new investors came into the space and thought they were getting a hell of a deal buying the ICO of Electroneum because it was very, very easy to buy. Anyone could buy it. There was no regulations. It was just like, put your money in, off you go. Most people that bought Electroneum were the first ever people to buy cryptocurrency in terms of like, this is like brand new. They didn't even buy Bitcoin beforehand. They just bought Electroneum. They went Bitcoin, Electroneum, Ethereum, Electroneum. They were asking how to do it and all this kind of good stuff. Now, I bought in the ICO because I was a gaming fan. The original white paper was about gaming, and I'm going to explain that in more detail in a second, so bear with me. Now, price wise, 48 sat, it is really, really coming down hard, but that is also due to the fact that Bitcoin is currently mooning. So don't get your knickers in the twist because I'm flooding it. That's just fact. That's a price. Sorry guys. Electroneum is not keeping up with Bitcoin like the majority of the altcoins. But this is quite alarming. It is coming down pretty fast. It's, you know, a coin that is used by around the world in third world countries, mining all the time, creating an algorithm, creating a usage purpose and a validation, verification of whatever they're doing on this cloud mining crap, should not be just tanking constantly. It should have a degree of support, and it's not. Coins that have like actually have a use case should not be going down in price. Look at Binance, it held support at certain points. Other coins as well to mention, like the VeChain, it held at certain points because it actually had a staking element. Same with Ontology, same with Neo. They all held some degree of bottom price. This is just keep going, and that's like kind of like, okay, a lot of coins hit the bottom, came back up. This one just keeps going. A bit of alarming problem, I gather. Now the overall market at the minute is going up. We're bullish, but that is only in Satoshi values. We're seeing the difference where it's coming down quite a lot. If I go to Bitcoin here, just to kind of, yeah, Bitcoin is going up, the Satoshi's going down, so just bear with me. Now Electroneum, yeah, it's a revolutionary new payment system, ecosystem, whatever, I don't really care, but ultimately it's gonna be an issue for this now with Libra. Now why? Libra are also targeting those sort of people. Now I think this will take off like an absolute rocket in terms of usage. The price is not, because it's not going to go anywhere, it's reserve currency. People will be like, oh, I want to use it because I've got it. It will happen, which will also bring buzzwords. It will also bring all that kind of good stuff to cryptocurrency. Whether it's a good or the bad, I don't know yet. No one knows. But ultimately, people who are into crypto will be like, yes, I can use cryptocurrency. I can pay for a pair of trainers with Libra coin on the Messenger, on Marketplace, or via WhatsApp, whatever. But the fundamentals are, it's not an investable coin. Electroneum is very, very similar in my honest opinion. I think that as well. It's a use case for, yeah, a genuine use case, but you don't need it's not really an investable asset in my honest opinion. Now Bitcoin's different. It's a store of value, the way it's set up, the way it's run, the way it all kind of works. Same with Ethereum, same with all the other coins out there that have a genuine use case. Electroneum doesn't quite have that use case that matters in my honest personal opinion. Yes, it sounds good on paper, but it's fundamentally flawed because of certain elements. Now go back to this. Yes, it's a way of getting cryptocurrency to people, but it doesn't quite work, if that's being my honest truth. Why am I saying that? It's because when you look at all the advertisements and all the kind of marketing that they've done, they're trying to portray Africa as a really, really hard place to get hold of anything. Now, it is not like the adverts you see on TV where people are struggling for water. Yes, that genuinely happens. But those are the people that no one is targeting for Electroneum. Because why would you? Why would you target a village that doesn't even have water supply and they've not even got shoes to have cryptocurrency? It doesn't work like that. If you go to Africa, and the real Africa, of where, you know, the likes of Kenya, the likes of Djibouti, Somalia, etc., they've all got mobile phones, they've all got devices, they've all got stuff that they can use. They've got money as well. They don't need to connect to an internet to get Electroneum to cash it for a can of Coke. They don't even think about that. It doesn't even cross their mind, because it's not really that much of a use, in my personal opinion. I don't think someone sitting for a week with this running, a phone, mobile obviously, to get 5 to 10 Electroneum to then spend in something that's worth nothing. it doesn't work because no one has really cottoned onto the idea of accepting cryptocurrencies because they do not care. It's not even close to being a thing yet. We are that far away. But the biggest flaw with that model is simple. This is increasing supply and it's just getting dumped on the exchanges all the time, and that's why the price is cataclysmically dropping off a cliff all the time. You've also got to look at the volume. The volume's getting lower. The exchange volume is not really much trading activity. It's a high supply coin. It has very, very low liquidity now. It's virtually worthless if you're just constantly mining it. There's not much you can do. Now these numbers here are quite interesting. I would take these numbers with a massive pinch of salt. They're registered users. I'm a registered user and I've not logged into my account for absolutely ages. So many other people will be the same. Now the benefits are, there isn't any. There's no benefit of just holding an app, because I'm going to go into something now that is kind of really, really interesting. This is the original white paper, guys, and this is terrible. Now this is one of the updated ones. This is from 2018. I cannot get the 2017 white paper, which is really, really annoying, and it had different things on there. Now I want to go through this and going to mention a few things, because a lot of this has not even happened yet. All we've got with Electroneum is one thing only, an app that generates a coin. Now that is it. It's not mining, it's not doing anything, it's just a marketing gimmick, and that's my honest opinion. Now this is where things get interesting. Now the 2 decimal point place in Electroneum, I don't care about that. Means absolutely nothing to me. It's just a clever marketing gimmick to confuse new people. It doesn't matter. If the price is low, you've still got 21 billion, I'm afraid. So if I look at this, the main goals, now this is what drew me to Electroneum. Now you're looking at this, you're thinking, right, Ash, you're taking the mick now. There's not even been a scratch to the surface of the gaming market. That is where they kind of were marketing it to. They were marketing this as a mineable coin, but also a place where you can earn rewards for playing games and you can use the cryptocurrencies as in-game rewards. It had a clever idea, but they've not even came close to even realising the potential of the gaming market and actually getting involved in the gaming market. There's been nothing at all useful in that spectrum. Only so many people are going to use Electroneum as a gaming kind of element, and that is majority of people who want to earn money for playing games, monetization. But when you turn it around to what they're doing actually now, they're not doing it because they love cryptocurrency or they want cryptocurrency. It's because they're a fan of the coin. People are not going to accept cryptocurrency on a coin that no one really uses or trades or wants. People want Bitcoin, people want Litecoin, people want Ethereum, people want the likes of XRP and stuff like that as a method of payment. They don't want Electroneum. That's sorry to say that, guys, but it's true. They do not want a coin that no one's really heard of around the world. No one's really liked because it's got a huge supply, it's got no liquidity, and it also has very, very poor partnerships, and it's not actually carried out any of its goals in the long term. Long term, yeah. We're talking nearly 2 years now since the launch of the ICO white paper. 2 years. And all they've got is a mobile phone device, and that is it. Oh, sorry, they've created a patient plan for something, or patent, whatever they call it. No one cares. Now, this may look like FUD, but it's not. This is genuine concerns about why you should do your research. Now, all of this here is on the white paper. Now, this here, hiring developers and engineers to integrate with the largest brands. I've not seen anyone join the team yet. I genuinely haven't seen anyone alarming join the team. Same with this, long-term games. Ensure our blockchain development team is assembling the finest minds in the industry, allowing Electroneum tech forward to upgrade development of things. They copied a white paper of, or they copied the actual blockchain of Monero, and that was it. They didn't do anything else other than use their old one. And that is on, you can see that on my old videos, they've got all tweets showing that. And then you've also got this, which is absolutely unbelievable. Now, this one is the one that kind of stuck out in my mind. To take on Xbox and PlayStation developers to create the world's first games console mining software. I bought into that when I first got involved in the ICO, because the ICO was very, very generous. It was giving you a stupid amount of bonuses. It was all just a marketing gimmick, and I think people are starting to realise that. I think once KYC came and stuff like that, it kind of came quite apparent, and it kind of upset a few people. Now, I want to mention this, okay? This is one last bit I want to mention. This screenshot here, you can see it, it's quite obvious. Now, it's quite alarming. I'm just going to let you read it. It's very, very interesting when you think about it. That is what people are genuinely thinking right now. That is the mindset of a lot of people. Now, I'm just giving you my thoughts and my honest opinions about Electroneum. I think the supply is too high. I think that the eco model doesn't work. There's not enough people using it, so the fees are going to be low. Where they're going to get the money from, how they're going to keep paying the salaries, how they're going to keep marketing it, because there's no area where they can make money in reality apart from fees. But the fees are that low because not many people are using it. Other coins use burning models, use fee models. They've got token metrics where they are renewable. They can create elements of reserve. They can do all kinds of stuff to keep the currency, no matter what the price is, it keeps running as it is. Perfectly fine. These guys raised 40 million. 40 million in November. Cryptocurrency in November was relatively low in Ethereum, but Bitcoin was quite high. Ethereum jumped up 3x from November to all-time high. The amount of money that they would have made on top of that would have been crazy, and they could have easily just held it in a stable coin and had way more than they needed to. But what have they brought out? Literally an app. So Libra, in my honest opinion, is a massive, massive wake-up call for Electroneum. Everyone is going to use this. I can guarantee, because it's new, it's flashy, it's probably going to be very, very easy and simple, and it's probably not going to look much like cryptocurrency, but it's only going to be run as with a bit of cryptography within it to keep it secure. It's going to be a very, very centralized power, same as what Electroneum has been and already has shown to be with how it's running or how it's been governed, due to the fact that it bans and boots out miners and stuff like that. So for me, Electroneum has a massive flaw in it. It's simple. No one cares that much about it, and the mining is absolutely pointless. The supply is going up and up and up. That creates more coins, obviously, which reduces the market cap because no one else is investing or using it. To make that increase or make that grow, people have to genuinely buy it and trade it and also use it. There's not enough demand for it, and you can't just keep adding tokens to it. So what does that mean for you guys as an investor? If you were buying it because you were getting to the hype, you've probably made a huge mistake anyways. You FOMO'd into it. The ultimate goal for cryptocurrency is to do your research first. Understand that coins with a de-inflationary model or a scarcity model work, because they're capped. They can't go any higher in supply, or as they go on, they get lower and lower in supply. Like XRP's got a huge supply, but it's got a de-inflationary model. So fees get burnt and it'll gradually just come down. Electroneum doesn't have any of that. It's going to go up to 21 billion, whatever, and that is it. It's going to be quite a lot of coins. You know, a lot of coins out there, like PundiX, for example, have a huge supply, but it's going to be slashed with fees and burning rates and stuff like that over time, because they're going to use them to, you know, burn off fees and reduce business costs. Electroneum doesn't have any of that. Scary, isn't it? So there you go. That is my video. I know I've probably upset a lot of people and my dislikes are going to be through the roof, but that is my honest thoughts. And if you don't like honesty and you don't like thoughts about why I think Electroneum is going to have a few issues in the future due to Libra, well, there you go. That you need to understand that. It's obvious. The fact that they have targeted the gaming market and they've not even came anywhere close to that within 2 years is quite alarming. The price is just keep on going down because the supply keeps increasing, but ultimately the main aim is this needs to be used, and it doesn't get used at all. No one is really crying out for it. No one even cares about it. Not even in places in Africa. They're more likely to accept Bitcoin or Litecoin than they are Electroneum, because that is just how it is. That's just what happens. So there you go. Subscribe. Hit that bell button as well if you love my stuff. If you like honesty, well, hi. And yeah, check out my other videos. A spade's a spade, and I don't pull any punches, I'm afraid. There you go.